And it says we're live.
We are live.
I'm going to open.
Hey, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Let's see. Clark's Cove Detecting is in the house. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Sour Pickle Challenge coming. All right. I hated y'all got nominated for that. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Let me refresh my computer here. And get on the stream.
Boy, I tell you, I cannot. I know it's Friday night, but I'm not seeing you come up in my... There we go. Let me mute this.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, I'm going to pop up the chat.
Just easier to keep up with chat that way.
Yep, exactly.
Indiana Tones, welcome, welcome.
There we go. Hey, Lou. There. All right. I'm ready to
Isaac
roll.
was in here. He said, I shall return. Low Cost Adventures. What's up, folks? Hope y'all are doing okay and safe. Keep digging. Amen. Mayor's video says, ding, got reminder set.
There we go.
All right, all right. Clark's Cove looks like y'all had a wonderful time with Swifty. I have watched videos. I have not. I've been lazy and watching them on TV. Dan Anderson, welcome, welcome.
I have so many videos so many channels to catch up on. Work's been just crazy. Well, work's been crazy for you too.
Yes, it has been crazy for me. And I want to apologize to everybody for not getting around. It's just me running by myself at work and taking care of 129 acres of grass. That ain't no fun.
And corralling cattle.
And corralling cattle.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Did the farmer?
What day was that, Jonathan? That was
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Did the farmer come and pick up his herd, or what? Well,
yeah.
you tell the story how it, you know.
Okay. First of all, my boss calls me and says, there are cows between the ball field. Would you please go close all the ball field gates? I'm like, you know, as much ribbon as we do back and forth with each other, I thought he was pulling my leg. So I said, okay, I'll be out there. He said, I'll meet you at the double gates. Well, when I got out there, sure enough, there was cows out of the pasture onto our property. And one of them did get on ball field, a Holstein. And she didn't do much damage. She just left a lot of tracks. So I said, well, I got to get her off the field before I ain't locking her in. So I kind of drove, we got a Kubota, kind of drove the Kubota over toward her. And she just kind of nonchalantly turned around and walked back out the gate she come in. And I just herded them back toward the pasture. And
yeah.
So it took us about 40 minutes to get them back into the pasture. So.
No kidding. So how did they get out of the pasture?
Tree fell across the fence.
Oh, yeah. We
had a bad storm that night before. And so it was a dead tree, and it just fell just enough. It broke two top bob wires, and the rest of it was like hog wire. And just laid it down enough to where they could get,
get out.
Yeah. So
let's go out in the town.
They must have thought grass was greener on the other side.
I'm surprised you didn't turn the sprinklers on. Just kind of chase them out that way.
No, that's
They probably wouldn't have cared.
They
That's
probably
funny.
wouldn't.
That's funny.
So, Mayor's video didn't make it in here. There's Ozzy Darren.
Hey.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
And Dan, hello. Ozzy, hello. Clark's Cove, hello.
There's Miss Liz digging Canuck. Welcome, Liz. Welcome.
Hi, Liz. Okay, there we go.
Yep. So we're gonna go through some pennies and just kind of hang out with everybody. And
as Liz would call them, Americanos.
Americanos. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna switch my camera to my document camera. So
Okay. And I think
click.
I'm gonna turn this camera off too. And just have do it that way.
All right. Autofocus, is it? There we go. We're fine.
All right, all right. We'll start roll number 1.
So we do have a coin chart, but we're just gonna do this for fun, right? We're not.
Yeah. We just hang out with each other and with the chat and just have a little bit of fun.
Can you see that right there, Lee? Right there, right off the bat. Right there.
Oh, look out, look out.
Now, again, let's full disclosure, you have Yankee pennies too, right?
Yes. Jonathan sent me 20 rolls. We done did 10 rolls.
Wowza.
You got one and I got one.
Now, let me change the camera again to the microscope. This is an oldie. It's in terrible condition, but it has issues. Unless I misread the date. Oh, no, I thought it was 16. It's 46. Never mind. I thought it was 1916.
I believe this is a 1951.
But looks like Abe has COVID or something, so.
All right, we're one for one.
I have a jar that I have labeled. Where is it? Here. Oh, well, here's my FaceTime. Wheat cents with issues. So that's where that one's going. That's not. I wouldn't hold on to that. Let me get back to here. All right. All right, here we go.
I hope everybody has had a good week. There you go. There you go.
Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, there's another one. That is a 57D. Let me see if I can get the. Yeah, that's a 57D. Speaking of Canadians, I little transition there. I saw not too long ago a really nice 1942 Tomback Canadian nickel. The 42 has the beaver on the reverse. The 43 has the V and the torch on the reverse. This is a 42. And I don't have a Tomback Canadian nickel. Thought about maybe just picking it up.
I just had the one.
All right. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even see any decent coppers to keep in here. Nope. Nope. All right. Now we.
Clark's Cove. I'll join you, but I don't have any sour pickles.
There we go. All right. Rolo.
Dan Anderson, this is just for fun. I'm going ahead and open my second row.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna catch up with chat right quick. We're just here to have fun, going through some pennies, and Johnson was gracious enough to mail me some. Okay, Clark's Cove. And that's going to be Friday night at 9 o'clock, correct?
Friday, not tonight. Next Friday?
Tonight or next Friday?
Well, it says next Friday for the channel.
Next Friday, okay.
Because I want to be there. I missed the first one.
I missed the first one. I was in on the second one, though. It was me and NJD and Belinda. And,
I don't know what you're thinking.
well, and to be honest, mine tasted more like pickles. Belinda said they tasted more like 100-year-old pickles. He did not make it to even start chewing.
Yeah. I think I've let it be known that anyone who challenges me, the answer is no, thank you. I like pickles, but I just hear a lot of people saying it's like really strong vinegar, like it's, I don't know.
Mine, like I said, mine tasted just like a normal pickle. And I went through it straight faced, and
Yeah.
I mean, it was just.
No, you did well with it. So I didn't find anything there. I'm just, this is a 1970 I'm going to keep. It's in decent shape.
I'm still going through them. Some of them pretty hard to see. Nothing in that one. Clark's Cove, 9 o'clock next Friday night.
All right. That will be good.
Yes.
Next Friday night, a week from now, will be a fun time for me. I'll be on vacation.
On vacation, going anywhere? Or?
No, just I mean, we'll make day trips and whatnot. Summer break, should I call it? I mean, I'll have to go into work over the summer every so often, but nothing major.
Oh,
You got something?
I have one of them north of the border pennies.
Oh, Canada. Hey, Chris.
Looks to be a 19. I think tell. It's a 1970 model.
That's good. That's a copper. It's a 72. I'll check for doubling.
Hey, Chris, how are you?
Uh, 65. All right. Nothing much in that one, Paul, either. So, yes, I went to the bank today, and the teller gave me the coin shortage runaround. I said, really? Because if there's a shortage, I'll pay any surcharge, even though I'm a customer. I'll pay a surcharge to get coins. He said, it's not that. It's that supposedly they can only get a certain number of boxes of certain coins.
We got a Wheatie.
Oh, good. What's the year?
You asking a blind man to tell you that? I believe it's a 56.
Hey, it's still a wheat.
Yep.
Is that your roll 3 or roll 4?
This is just roll 3.
Okay, I'll wait then.
I'm being slow.
That's okay.
Trying to keep up with chat too.
that's true, Dan, and they come out of a lot better than they come out of the ground.
Hey, look at there. There's a 2009. In pretty good shape too. Look at the shine on that.
Oh yeah.
It's a beautiful coin. Put that one aside. Still trying to best my presidential years in those. All right, Chris said he's doing good. Well, that's all I had out of that one.
All right.
I'll have 2 wheats, a Canadian, and a 2009.
Good. So far, that's all I have. 2 wheats.
All right, on to roll number 4.
So are you going out detecting tomorrow?
No, I've got grass to cut. Yeah.
You have what?
Grass to cut.
Oh.
As if I don't do enough at work.
72. I have not been out. The ticks up here have been absolutely horrible.
You know, and I've heard that, but I ain't had a problem with ticks. I ain't had a problem with the cicadas. I don't reckon they hatched down here, but I hear them in videos and stuff, and it's like maybe we're blessed down here.
Well, could be.
But I'm afraid as soon as it starts getting warmer, they're going to hatch out. While y'all was hot up that way, we was kind of cool. This week, like end of last week and this week, got hot, but
yeah. We were in the 90s, which for the beginning of June is not common.
Yeah.
But today is in the 60s. I don't see any doubling there. It's a nice one though.
Yes, it is.
No.
And nothing in row 4.
See, now I'm slowing down here. All right, I'll get there.
Car stove, mine's starting to look like a chia pet too.
I'm going to change cameras. So I don't know. I think the other thing is I need to maybe latch on to some of it. Oh, here's a wheat. 1941.
41.
Focus. I didn't see that. Somebody who has a permission or something up here, just so I can get started. So I think the parks up here have probably all pretty much hunted out. I mean, I have some ideas from around town, but I also want to contact the town and just make sure it's okay to metal detect there.
Yeah.
Town property shouldn't be an issue, but... All right, it's roll 5.
Roll 5. All right.
Hello again, Marlon.
Marlon, welcome.
That was another wheat. 42.
42. What's your oldest so far?
In this group is the 41 I just found.
Okay.
I have a 41, a 42, a 46, and a 57 Denver. Oh, and that's a 51.
Hey, Jim Steele.
That's 72. Do you check the 72s for doubling?
Sometimes when I feel like it.
Yeah.
Nothing in roll 5 for me.
3. All right. I just got those wheats. So that's what I have so far. No Canadians, no 2009s. I have 5 wheats.
Yes, I do want to say happy birthday to Marlon.
Hey, happy birthday. Hello, Cynthia.
Hey, Cynthia.
Yeah, I'm hearing a little bit of crackling, I guess I'd call it. Can you hear that in the live stream, folks in chat? Or is it just on my end?
Yes, let us know if you hear anything odd.
Yeah, it could be my headphones. Yeah, right there, Anyway, I mean, it's not bad. All right, roll number 6.
Cynthia said she hears a little static.
Clark's Cove, I hear static. Yeah, it's not bad. It's tolerable. It's there though. Oh, another wheat. That is a 58 Denver. It's funny, look at some of these sense, and you think that has to be a wheat. It just looks so old and so worn.
Yeah.
And it's not. I haven't looked to see what the price of copper is. The last I checked, it was going up. Again, not that that really matters because you can't legally melt cents. But nothing in that. Well, nothing apart from that 58 that I got. All right, Dan. Enjoy the trash run. Oh, you're still... Oh, here. 1-7. I'll wait.
Yeah, I'm still looking.
So
but I'm not finding anything.
These are my 72 or earlier coppers that I'm probably going to keep, but I always go through them one more time just to double check. And these are the wheats, 2, 4, 6 so far. Not bad. And there's roll 7.
Yep, I'm opening roll 7 now.
Have you played Poker Stars recently, Paul?
No, I have not. The last time I played was probably 2 months ago. Just the way things are at work, I've just been coming home wore out.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to kill this old boy.
Now, your organization is looking to find somebody to... Is it mowing or is it other types of work?
We do mowing and prepping ball fields and general maintenance. A sprinkler head bust or...
Why do you think it's hard to find people?
Because don't nobody want to work. Oh, Canada.
Another Canadian, huh?
Yep.
Well, it's too bad because that would be a good job for like a teenager or somebody right out of high school who wants to get into the, work for the, I don't know if you work for the town or county or whatever, but.
The county. That is a 1965.
Oh, that's a good one. Boy, roll 8 already. It's gone quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we do 20 rolls, it's a little over an hour, so it's not too bad.
Well, there's one. I can't even tell what it... It's a shield penny. Hard to see. Whole Canada was the only one in that one.
Okay.
So I got 2 Wheaties, 2 Canadians, and a 2009.
There you go. So, Paul, when you go out, do you mostly use the Simplex?
Here lately, I have been. Now, Belinda is now using the Ace 300.
Yeah.
When we went to hunt with Emily, little dirt diggers, she was sporting the Ace 300. And her RA picked a bad time to flare up on her too. So
No, it's too bad. Now
but
with
she
the
did. Huh?
yeah. Well, I was going to ask with the simplex, have you? I haven't not looked into this. Have you uploaded any of the firmware or done any of the software updates? I don't even know if there is one.
I heard there are some, but I have not updated my machine. It's still like it came from factory.
Okay. I haven't either. I should.
I need to look into it, but I'm still trying to learn it.
Mhm.
And it's just, it may take me a while to update it. Man, then you got to relearn it.
Oh, that's not good then. Oh, there's a wheat. 45.
$45.
I guess my thinking is if there is an update, it's not going to be anything that's so necessary. So I probably will
There may
wait.
not be a whole lot to learn. I mean, it just,
Yeah. Well, when I've used the simplex, it's oh, it's called the simplex.
mm-hmm.
It's really not that difficult to use. Just press park or beach or field or
Yep.
what's the other one? Water?
You got park, field 1, field 2, beach, and then I think it's zero discrimination if somebody in chat.
And syncing the wireless headphones is easy. You just kind of, I'm at the
Yeah.
point you just turn it on and go. I wish I
Yeah.
lived near you, Paul, though. It'd be fun to go out with you.
Well, I hope everything goes good with Jersey History Hunters and they find some property. We have put back some money for that trip.
Yeah.
Kane Beepin, welcome.
Hi, Kane. Yes, and if that doesn't happen, I think it will. But if it doesn't happen, I'm sure somebody else will, until they can get that figured out.
Yeah, and
there'll be other opportunities.
We've been talking. Blenda's wanting to go to the beach. Tried to do some metal detecting on the beach. Of course, we've never beach hunted before, so it'll be a new experience for us.
Yeah. Well, you're quite a ways from the ocean, aren't you?
Yeah. It takes us probably 6 hours to get to Myrtle Beach. Maybe 7.5 to 8 hours to Daytona. So
Daytona. See, I'd like to try the Florida beaches after a big storm.
Mm-hmm.
Where the ship sank. Because they say even now, 300-400 years later, stuff still does occasionally wash ashore. $66. That's that one. I usually pull the 99s too. And the 92s. I haven't been doing that though. Well, let's see. It's a 92. So 92, you want close AM on the reverse. And I can tell that's a wide AM. Boy, I didn't even think of all those 99s.
98s, 99s, and 2000s.
Yep. It's close. Well, that's all right. I mean, the probability of finding, I guess the 99 is the big money one.
Right.
Probability of finding it is pretty slim.
I have found the 98.
Yeah. That's a 64. There's a 92.
Kane, we are doing good, brother. We got to hunt with little dirt diggers. And I have found me some Civil War bullets. I got 2 Enfields, a mashed 3-ringer. 1859 seated quarter. Well, I can't hold on to it.
That's true, Cynthia. Now that was a great hunt. Now, was that on a permission? Was that on their property? Do they have property?
They have property. They have permissions.
Yeah.
Dan, that's a 1859 seated quarter. Good night, Cynthia. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend.
Bye, Cynthia. Thanks for coming. Now, it's amazing how silver coins often come out of the ground.
That is the way that coin come out of the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've not cleaned it. I've not done anything with it.
Leave it as is, Paul.
That's it. Of course, and I've seen a lot of people clean like their Civil War bullets. Hey, that's great if that's what you want to do.
Yep.
But I leave mine just like I found them. Yes, Dan. I wish you luck. It was, of course, there's a lot of things on my bucket list. That was one I got to cross off with the Civil War bullets. So, we had a lot of fun with Emily. We have plans to go back this fall and maybe get out in the pasture. But the area that we hunted was probably no bigger than, it may have been 50 foot wide by maybe 200 foot long.
Yeah.
We ended up finding 11 bullets, 2 silver coins.
Wow.
I know Emily's dad found a coverall button. I believe maker on it was Crown.
All right, brother. That was my roll 10. So that's what I found in this quick hunt.
So I think we done pretty good in that area that we hunted. And it wasn't too far from where Emily found her cannonball.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes. But this smashed 3-ringer and this coin was within 1 foot of each other.
Wow.
So our thinking is maybe soldier was carrying this coin, got shot with this bullet. Because Emily has found another. She found another silver coin before we even got there, and that was in the same place as this coin and bullet was.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's terrible to think because the bullet would have passed through his body.
Mm-hmm.
Done whatever damage on its way through, and then, yeah, if that was his coin.
All right, Cane Beepin, thank you for joining us. Y'all have a great night. Tell Ian we said hello. Frederick Romano, welcome, buddy. Welcome. We just went through 10 rolls of pennies. Johnson looks like he's found several wheat pennies.
I have 7, yes. 41, 42, 43, 46, 51. Those are all Philadelphia's. 57 Denver and a 58 Denver.
I just got 2 Wheaties. I'm not going to even try to tell you what the years are. 2 Canadians and a 2009.
That's funny. For 10 rolls, I didn't find a single Canadian.
That
is strange.
All right. Let's do this right here.
I'm going to switch cameras, so.
I'm going to remove my coin cam.
There we go.
And then turn my camera off. All right.
So, Paul, what do you have for digging tools?
For digging tools, I have a root slayer shovel.
Yeah.
And then I have just a general box store hand shovel.
Obviously gets the job done. Look what you found. You stuck up with it.
I'm thinking that we are probably going to upgrade our hand shovels. We're looking at the root slayer. I forget what it's called, but root slayer's got 2 different types, and I haven't made my mind up on which ones I want to do. So, kind of like the root slayer shovels. If it's the hand shovel or hand trowel or knife is as good as the shovel, then it may be a pretty good investment.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a little bit cheaper, being on a budget. We have to watch her.
Well, yeah, those Lush tools are not cheap.
And I'm not knocking.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not knocking any brands or nothing. It's just turn this pad off here.
Well, I bought a root slayer shovel last fall, I think, and I used it to dig around some fence posts in our yard because I have to replace some fence posts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great shovel.
Yeah. Has yours got the handle, or is it just a little knob on
T-handle?
T-handle.
Yeah, all welded.
We have ones that's just got the little knob on top.
Yeah. Which they say is more comfortable to use, but I like the T-handle because I could rest the machine on it if I need to.
Exactly, Clark's Cove. I mean, get what you get. I mean,
but yeah, I really need to get out there and start doing that. I mean, I'm not as much of a detectorist as you are, but
I can't call myself a detectorist here lately.
well, I got the kit, you know, and I figure it's like how some people have golf clubs. They spend the money on golf clubs. Maybe they go out 2 or 3 times a year. If they have fun,
Yep.
that's great. The nice thing is if somebody ever said, hey, we're going to go, you know, we're going to be meeting whatever, I'd have everything there. I can just go, but I need to practice. And like I said, there's some places in town, some old places in town that I think would be potentially productive, but I need to contact the town because they are on town land.
Good night, Clark's Cove. Thank you for coming in, and
hey,
we will
good night, Clark's
definitely
Cove.
be looking for you next Friday night. Dan says, man, I got to laugh at using the Tracker 4 on the beach.
Well, that's all people have to do to laugh at people's equipment, then that's kind of pathetic.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not ashamed of it. Like I said, we're a low budget channel. We don't have a lot of money to spend on stuff like that, but we're doing the best we can. And so, you know.
Yeah, I'm hearing that the Simplex will stand its ground against some of the more expensive detectors.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I learned a lot when we was with Emily, and about my Simplex. I kind of figured out my tones and stuff, and I can grant you, if I'm hunting somewhere where Civil War was through, if it rings up about a 56, 58, I can guarantee you it's going to be a bullet.
Yeah.
So,
what was the depth of the bullets? Were they a couple inches? Were they a foot? How far down were they?
They was probably, I'd say 3, maybe 4 at the deepest.
Yeah.
And as far as reading the depth on it was right on. I mean, it was right on.
How about that seated quarter? How far down was that?
That was only 2 inches deep. I mean, it may have been 3.
Yeah.
But it wasn't no deeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what was blowing my mind, is everything was like these 2 infield bullets. These 2 infield bullets was 1 inch underground.
Yeah.
So, and it told me, and then when it rung up 56 to 58, 1 inch deep, I'm like, this can't be nothing good. But lo and behold, there was them 2, and I found them 2 infield bullets within a foot of each other.
That's neat.
And on my video, the camera died right when I dug it up out of the ground, the first infield bullet.
Yeah.
And my camera died, so that's why there was a relapse in that video of that bullet. But
well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there are people who don't do live digs. They'll show a little bit of where they're detecting and say, I'll show you at the end what I found. And
there's
nothing wrong with that at all.
Petey Sandigger, welcome.
Dan says, my wife uses the Bounty Hunter Junior. I didn't know there was a Bounty Hunter Junior. And when we coin shoot together, she beats me in coinage. Yeah. Most coins are really no deeper than 6 inches around here. Most of the silver I dig is still under 8 2 inch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if something is naturally deposited there, dropped there in the 1800s, unless it's a plowed field, it's probably not going to be that far underground.
Yeah,
I would think.
and then what
modern plowed field.
amazes me is you can say get a 90 signal, and it's saying it's deep, say 6-8 inches deep.
Yeah.
You're thinking, man, this is gonna be something good, and then it ends up being a can. I'm like, man.
Yeah. I've watched Dennis DF Digger use that small coil, the 9x5 coil or 5x9
Right.
coil. And I thought, oh, maybe, I don't know. Is it worth, the $100, $110 to do that? But the people who use those small coils say it really does a lot with separating the targets. And it, like you said, the big coils are great for depth, but a lot of the things are within 12 inches, and the smaller coils will pick that up just fine.
That's like Emily's daddy. He was using simplex, but he had that smaller coil, and he found 4 bullets.
Yeah.
It's
hey, digologist.
Digologist, welcome. We just went through 10 rows of pennies.
Found some wheats. Paul found some Canadians. The SP24, yes, from what I have seen by most people, works better than the stock. Yeah, so Dan, I've thinking, Father's Day's coming up, maybe. Maybe, who knows? But I think connecting to what I said earlier, I've just got to get off the chair and start using the detector more. It's like I have all the, I think I have everything I need pretty much to, well, I know I'd have everything out there to get out there, but I just need to actually do it a bit more. But starting next week, I'll have much more time to get out there.
There you go.
Past month, no way. Just gets too busy.
Yeah.
And on the Facebook group, there's a New Hampshire metal detecting Facebook group, and I posted something and said, hey, I got a simplex. Anybody in my area want to go out sometime? And a couple people said, yeah, sure. So the times I have detected, I've done solo detecting, which is fine, but it'd be nice to go out with somebody else just to see how they're doing and all that. Oh, Dan, Dan, I think you and I have talked about prospecting. Have you hit the Ammonoosuc? Are you in the big city in New Hampshire? I think we've chatted about this. If I'm thinking of the right guy. I don't want to disclose too much, Dan, but no? Okay, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else then. Well, Dan, I'm near Concord. And if you ever want to go out, I'll definitely join you. Oh, you're in Stratford. Okay, so you're like the Rochester area. That's Stratford, right? Yeah, Rockingham, Stratford. Oh, we're not too far away. Yeah, I'm south of Concord. So places like, well, I don't know. Have to find a place. North Jersey, we didn't do it for points. I found 7 wheats. Well, here, Dan, let me, let's see.
Yeah, NJD, he whooped my butt in that. Only found 2 wheats and 2 Canadians in a 2009.
All right, Dan, that's my email address if you want to connect sometime this summer. You part of the New Hampshire State Group on Facebook? Yes. I think it's just called New Hampshire Metal Detectoring. Yeah, nice English. New Hampshire Metal Detecting. If it's that one, yeah. And I posted something about a week ago, and I got a couple of people to respond.
Hey, Marty is nuts about digging.
Digologist. I live in New Hampshire. I live around Concord. In the middle of this, well, southern middle of this part of the state. But if the nice thing about where I live in New Hampshire is I can travel an hour and get to the seacoast, or an hour and get to the lakes region, the bottom of the White Mountains, an hour to get to the Mass border. Not even that. An hour to get to the Vermont border. So I saw Concord and thought it was North Carolina. No. No, I have thoughts of moving down to Virginia once work allows me to do that. But or North Carolina would be beautiful too. Actually, like Asheville, North Carolina is someplace that I'd like to think about. The Piedmont of Virginia and North Carolina would be nice. Yeah, Nancy and I have been chatting. I know Nancy has said that her work has been really crazy. So maybe this summer, she and I will connect. I don't live too far from, well, I shouldn't say too far. Like M.A. Lyman, he's said, come on down. Oh, Marty. Hey, Marty. That's right. North Jersey. You made it through the movie? Once the guy exploded, I thought, yes, whatever. From Salisbury, North Carolina, live in Portsmouth. Oh, okay.
I know where Salisbury, North Carolina is.
Oh, I know where Portsmouth, Virginia is. Hampton Roads area.
I've been through Salisbury several times.
I had the chance to go to grad school at William and Mary, and boy, it was between that and I ended up going to Boston College, but I went back and forth because I've always wanted to make it down that way. I kind of wish I had gone to William and Mary. I probably would not be living in New Hampshire. I don't know. Then again, they say the humidity down there is a killer. But I don't mind the humidity. If I had to work outside, well, Paul and I were talking about this. If I had to work outside in the humidity, yeah, I'd probably get tired of it pretty quick. But if I had an air-conditioned place I could retire to every so often, it'd be all right. But then again,
hello, Gene.
My brother-in-law is from Maine, and he moved down to Florida. He's a linesman, and he said, you know what? You hear the stories about it, but hey, so here's a guy, Maine to Florida. Talk about kind of polar opposites there.
Yeah.
To it. It's so I don't know. We dig it. Hello. Hello, Mr. O'Neill. We're just talking about the small 5x9 coil for the simplex, and I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna pull the trigger and get that. So I'll take a look at your site. If that's something you carry. I work in metal fab shop. To hell with humidity.
Oh, man.
The thing is, when the humidity hits up in New England, it's not fun. I'm sure it's just as bad as humidity down south, but it doesn't last long. But you sweat all day long. Hey, just bring an extra shirt, right? Take a shower. Hydrate.
Yeah, my dad used to work in a metal fab shop too.
Yeah.
And he wore long sleeves all day long.
For
just
protection?
Just to keep from being burnt from
Sure.
welding and
yeah.
So
yeah. I think about, during the Civil War and the wool uniforms those men wore and the marching they had to do on those. Well, if they were lucky enough to have boots, they probably were pretty much frazzled. And a lot of Confederate soldiers didn't have boots. They went barefoot.
Yep.
I don't know how they did it, or even just people, before air conditioning became a thing. Oh my goodness! But I guess you just get used to it.
Yeah, you get acclimated to the weather. I don't see how they done it during the winter time though.
What do you mean? Like up north in the winters?
During the war period.
Oh, during the war. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Running around barefooted. And,
yeah.
I mean, it's just here lately I've been doing a lot of research on the Civil War and just trying to learn all I can learn.
Yeah. I'm reading something about, oh boy, I'm just starting it. It's about John Wilkes Booth's diary that he had on him when he was shot. And supposedly there were pages torn out of the diary after it was handed to Stanton, who was Lincoln's Secretary of State or something. And the conspiracy theory is that there was incriminating evidence in the diary that pointed to Lincoln's assassination was really done by somebody in the North because they wanted to get rid of Lincoln. I mean, it's interesting. I don't buy it for a moment, but no, it is neat to just go through history like that and just try to learn things and that sort of thing. Marty said, running through the woods. Oh, go read it. you read it, Paul.
You read it. I just gonna make a comment.
I just saw Marty running through the woods naked. It was tough, Paul. Yeah, I bet it was.
I don't even want to picture that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, digologists, that's what people say about New England. I'm sorry. Well, that's what New Englanders say about moving down south, that if you do that, you're going to not like the summers down south if you're used to New England weather. And while I understand that argument, the flip side of that is, for me, I'd rather be down south dealing with humidity where I can go into an air-conditioned whatever versus up in New Hampshire anyway. In my opinion, January, February, March, they're terrible. Yeah, I don't go out, you can go outside, but you can't really do much. So I'd kind of rather be down south and deal with those 3 months of really hot weather than being up here and dealing with 3 months of winter weather. I mean, I like snow and I like a change of seasons, but I don't know. National Treasure. I haven't seen that in a long time.
I hadn't seen that one in a while. That's we've been lucky here as far as not getting too hot yet. I know it's coming.
Yeah.
I always dread August. August and September.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm glad you said the ticks aren't that bad, or whatever bugs you have to deal with. Hopefully that's not going to be the case. Yeah, the ticks up here, they say, because it was a fairly dry winter, I believe, they survived, and I guess they're out in force now. But that's where you just wear I bought some too. Permethrin. You spray it in your clothes and it soaks in, and yeah. So I have an old pair of trousers. I'm gonna just really spray that on it, and those will be my outside detecting, hiking, whatever. Oh, up in Nova Scotia, they're bad too, Marty. Yeah. Ticks love me. I relocated 6 from me. Oh my gosh! Wow. We've been in our house for 12 years. I've never seen a tick. I saw my first one when I was doing some gardening a couple weeks ago, and I got another the other day. That's just my yard. We have a fenced in yard. It's not like we're out in the middle of the boonies. So I can imagine what they must be like in the woods. I got 3 of me the first time going out rolling. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy, Dan.
I hadn't been brave enough to go in the woods yet.
Well, it's funny. You see Mike Lyman detecting those cellar holes in the woods, and he's just traipsing through the forest. And I think, Connecticut, and he's not too far from Lyme, Connecticut, where Lyme disease originated. Well, I don't know if it originated, but that's the term they give it, right? And I think Mike said, no, the ticks down there aren't that bad. He's never really had to worry about them. So I guess it's just preparing.
Yeah.
Oh, see, we don't have. I've lived in New Hampshire all my life. We don't really have chiggers up here. I think that's one good thing about the cold winters. I think the cold winters take care of them. But I've heard about chiggers. They sound pretty nasty.
They are nasty. I got them so bad one time I looked like I've been painted. Well, I was painted with fingernail polish. I just had polka dots all over me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun.
So, God, why do they itch?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, where is your preferred place to detect then? Would you rather a plowed field? I know one time you had that beautiful, my gosh, property.
Yeah.
That Miss Belinda found the first. Yeah. You've done like a family home, family property. You've where is your preferred metal detecting property?
I would rather be in the woods.
Yeah.
But now that would have been my first choice. But now hunting residentials, because you don't know if you're ever going to dig up somebody's, belongings, personal items or whatever. And like we hunt my in-laws. Well, they're not really tied to this land, but we knew the owners and before they died, and right, and that beautiful piece of property is a 1922 house built on a log cabin foundation, and
that's neat.
And we've only hunted it one time. I've been aiming to go back, and we just Belinda's conditions that we just hadn't been able to get back.
Yeah.
Metal detecting in North Carolina. Hello.
Hey,
Good to see you too. Hey, Clark's Cove detecting is back. Welcome.
We're still here.
Yeah, we're still
away.
Here. Digologist said he loves parks and ball fields too. I do hunt where I work at, so park and rec an aquatic center, and we hunt down there a good bit. In fact, I did not do any videoing because it was just windy, and I, you know, didn't want to, have a noisy background in video. Got to hunt with a good buddy of ours that lives here in the county, and we become pretty good friends. And I got to planned I had to work the night before and that night, so I posted our finds on Facebook. Wasn't much, but I found a lot of trash. I found 15 cents. I found 2 nickels and 5 pennies, and a whole lot of trash out of 3 hours of hunt.
Yeah.
And we started early that morning before the sun even come up.
Yeah.
And it just got so hot and muggy. Both me and Mark was just drenched.
Like you said, you're learning your machine, and you'll get to the point where you'll find even better things.
BC Treasure Trails. I don't know if I
Hey.
said hello. Hello. We just went through 10 rolls of pennies. We just chit-chatting with everybody in the chat.
Digologist said my first large scent was from a park in Virginia Beach. So it must have been an old park, or was it a park that was, well, I guess a park has to be land that was something else before, but that's great. Wow.
Marty, if I had one, I believe I'd join you, buddy.
Natalie checking in the NCs. It's been so hot and humid here lately, almost miserable. Yeah, I don't mind going out and just detecting for like an hour. But yeah, even if it's hot and humid, even an hour is going to be really wear you out. Dan, love digging those large scents. Yeah, Dan, if you want, do send me an email. We'll connect. I am on, like I said, I'm on that Facebook. I'm not Rivendell Coins in that Facebook New Hampshire metal detecting page, but park used to be a farm, as with a lot of property. Yeah, that would make sense. That's neat. And it's great that you could do that, because obviously sometimes when they make parks, they add fill and things like that, and who knows what you're gonna find. Yeah, there's a big old farm, a block and a half, 2 blocks from my house. I mean, acres and acres and acres. And I need to just get brave and knock on the door. Just say, hey, I live around the corner. Do you mind if I do your field? What's the worst they can say?
No.
Get the hell off my property. You moron.
I ever see you back here again, whippersnapper, I'm liable to blow your head. No.
Okay. I understand he's not that way, though. He's the kind of guy that if there's a snowstorm and people in the neighborhood are stuck in there, if it's icy or whatever, he'll get his tractor out and like pull people out. And he's a nice guy. I'll have to see if I can make that connection, because boy, that would be awesome. He's I'm gonna guess 100 acres anyway, and just walk out my door with my pack and everything else, and 5 minutes later I'll be at that permission. But I've got to, I don't know. Anyway, we hate asking for. I know. I would love to see, and there's probably somebody out there, Clark's Cove. I'd love to see like a little video lesson advice on how to get those permissions, because I don't even really know where to start. I mean, I'm guessing I kind of want to just knock on his door, but I don't know. I think I'd want to probably ask the neighbors first, who maybe know him better, and say, do you think he'd be okay with that?
Yeah. That's I have been real fortunate. I've asked one person, and that's the guy with the 1922 house. but we kind of, I've known him for a little over a year. I've known him 2 years now. And, we got talking about his house, and he was telling me about it and stuff. And I said, all right, do a little metal detecting. And before I even finished my sentence, he said, you can come anytime you want to. He said, just call me, let me know you're coming, and come on.
Yeah.
And when he told me that, I, not getting the nerve up to actually go. And then one day he helps his grandson played baseball, and they was using the aquatic fields, and he would come down and prep the fields. Well, one day I seen him down there, and I went and started talking to him. He said, you gonna come do any metal detecting?
I've been waiting.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I've got to get over there and metal detect.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. That's great.
And everything else, my in-laws said, come hunt anytime. I've got another property that we've hunted, I think, 3 times. One was with Jersey History Hunters. He called me, hey, if you want to metal detect, come on over. We got the old home place that's not there anymore. We've got the pasture down behind his house. And I'm like, okay. So, and then the woods, I hunt behind the house here, and which I called it Bullet Woods because that's all I can find down there. They either squirrel hunted or target practice down there.
Yeah, a lot of lead.
Lots of lead.
Yeah.
Nothing old though. Everything's been modern lead.
Now let me ask you this. This is a question for detectorists in chat too. Let's say you had a permission property, whatever, and it was, let's say, 200 feet by 200 feet, right? So somebody's not a huge backyard, but not a small backyard either. How long would it take you to properly detect it? And if you did, would you just go over one area once and be done with it? Or would you go over one area once and then maybe go back and go over the same? So, so what's the methodology that you use? Because I can see some people just kind of swinging the detector and saying, there's nothing here, I'm going to keep moving on. But does that make sense, the question, how I framed it?
Yeah. Now, take Emily's property that we metal detected.
Yeah.
And I told you that it was probably 60, 70 feet wide by maybe 200. After I found the bullet, I started grid. I'd go down one way, and however wide my swing is, I would turn and come back the other way, and then just kind of zigzag, and then when I got done with a square area, I would go back and forth the other way.
So do you visually, okay, so if you're at one edge of the property, when you say grid, do you just like eyeball a tree or something and you say, I'm going to do that and then step over 2 feet and then eyeball another landmark this way? And that's what you mean?
Right. And I, I'm a wanderer too. If I don't find nothing, in a grid, I'll start wandering, and then when I find something, I start gridding again.
Yeah, that's interesting. But in the process, you may have, so if you're methodical and you grid, then you start wandering a little bit, and then you find something. There's an area that you've missed, right? If you're
right,
if you're off your grid.
and it gets monotonous. Digologist said, get the base map app. You can track your steps with it and see where you missed. That's pretty neat.
So like a GPS type of thing?
Sound like it.
That's neat. That's a neat idea. Dan said best method would be to start in the center and spiral out.
And spiral out.
I've never tried that. I think I usually do it, well, the few times I've been out, I do what you do, Paul. So there was like in the park nearby, there's a big tree, and I started there and said, okay, I'm going to move up a little bit. But I think it was probably more like you. I started at the tree and then best intentions, right? I started in the grid, but then I went, I'm going to go, I'll try this place.
Clark's Cove said use flag markers. That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
That's neat. Idea. Yeah, that is a good idea.
Except for where I found this smash 3-ringer and 1859 quarter, it'd been hard to spiral out because there was a briar thicket right next to it. I said, I don't think so. Of course, yeah. I'd like to see what's in that briar thicket.
Go back and, well, I don't know. Do they cut it down in the fall?
I don't know. It's you know, I tried not to be too nosy.
Yeah.
But nosy enough to know what had happened in the area.
Yeah.
There's a pasture out behind this residential place, and that's where Emily found her cannonball, and they saying hopefully this fall they'll have the hay cut and we can get in there and find some other stuff.
That's really neat.
River Sticks Outdoors. Welcome, Tommy. Appreciate you coming in tonight. We just hanging out.
I'm going to write that down before I forget about that app.
Yes.
All right. It is Base Maps app.
I gotta find a piece of paper.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. Base Maps app is $30 a year. And so does it have maps loaded on the app and it just GPSs you and keeps like a breadcrumb type of trail, or does it just mesh with Google Maps or Apple Maps and say, okay, here's where you are, and I'm going to keep track of where you've been? Because I mean, I have a Garmin, like an eTrex unit that kind of does the same sort of thing, but I don't know if it, you know, frankly, I think cell phones probably work just as well, if not better these days. Let's see. That's a lot for a year use. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get $30 out of it, we did in the off hours. The CTX
River Sticks Outdoors. I started to read that. CTX GPS for you. That's cool.
Like the CTX detector? Isn't that like a really wicked expensive machine?
It has its own tracking.
Dan, that's what I was thinking. For me, if I were at a really good site, I probably would be tempted to go one swath and then turn around and just redo that same swath, because you hear about people going to a park or whatever and they don't find anything, and then they go back and they do find things right where they were before. CTX 3030 tracks. Yeah. Probably makes you coffee too, River Sticks. It's a nice machine.
It better make you coffee. Oh my. But that's I'll have to look into that base maps. apps. And,
Oh, Paul, on another topic. You know what I got recently? I got these on eBay. They're right over here. Ugh. The CTX reminded me because there are ads in here. I got this whole stack of Lost Treasure magazines from like the 80s and 90s.
yeah.
And some of them go back a ways too. Like I have a couple here from the Lost Treasure from 1976. So it talks about treasure hunting, but there are metal detecting ads in here too. And it's just kind of funny to see what the technology was like a while back. Here's one for that Garrett.
I'll say hello to Cecil, Demon Rat 71 Detective. Welcome, welcome.
I thought of just kind of reading, putting these under the document camera and just flipping through the pages just for kind of funny nostalgia, because it would be interesting to see what metal detecting technology was 20 years ago versus where it is now.
Right.
And the prices they charge for those detectors and all that.
Dan Anderson said that is a cool stack.
Dan, when you're a New Hampshire man, when you're done, I'll give them to you. This summer, I'm just gonna kind of buzz through them, and I really got just the one because if you're familiar with Sam Bellamy and the Witta, the pirate ship that sank off Cape Cod, there's an article in there from 1976. So before, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. Before it was discovered, they were still, in this article, they're talking about it and how they think it was off the coast of Wellfleet in Massachusetts, and occasionally things wash up. So that's really primary reason why I got those magazines. But it was a whole lot, and I got it for a decent price. But yeah, if you like that, I'll send them off to you.
They're hearing that crackling.
Oh, really? And you don't have your coin cam on.
No, in fact, I turned it completely off.
It could just be feedback from your microphone on the headset.
Maybe because I know my air is running right now.
Oh, that could be. That could be. No, Dan, we heard it before we went live because Paul and I were just chatting. It's something,
Right. I can't hear nothing on my end, so
yeah. But yeah, that is neat. So, Dan, what detector do you have? Just out of curiosity. You said the bounty hunter. Do you use a bounty? I hear good things about the bounty hunters. They're fine machines. They get the job done. Yeah, I gotta start combing that
ain't in there, Demon Rat. Oh my.
That's funny. Demon Rat says it stopped when you lean back. Let's do a little test. Lean back, Paul. Let's see.
How's that?
He's right. All right, just lean back in your chair. Get a recliner. Get a lazy boy. And get that beer you were talking about a moment ago.
There you go. There you go. I'd be asleep in a heartbeat.
Dan says,
I think it's interference when I lean because I've got my computer on.
Yeah.
And I'm streaming from my telephone, my phone. So
it could be picking up something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The 540 and the 600, I'm not sure what that is. And you have a simplex. Oh, cool. And I use the tracker, and it's a coin beast. All right. Well, Dan, as I said, this summer, if you want to meet up somewhere, we'll figure out a place where we can give it a try. Because there are plenty of parks around here, and especially if you're in Stratford County, that was probably settled. I'm gonna guess late 1600s. A lot of those areas, early 17s. Where I live, it was early 1700s.
I'm supporting Mr.
Oh,
Mike.
you have a Knox and a Vanquish. Oh, wow, you got quite the arsenal there, Dan. Which do you prefer in general then? The Vanquish? Equinox or the simplex? Or is that a hard question to answer? Is it kind of situational? So just for general detecting, so if you did that parks or somebody's yard, or I'm going to guess what you're going to say, but which you prefer. Here, in fact, I'm going to write it down before you answer. Hold right here. And when you answer, I'm going to flip it
I
over.
have it connected to my phone because I'm streaming from my phone.
It all depends. Oh, okay. I was going to say you prefer the Equinox. Just because that seems to be what the cool kids are using these days. But right now, I have just the simplex, and I'm impressed with the machine. I have the video on pause on a phone call, but I bought my CTX 30 in 2013 and my Nox in 2018. Oh, okay. So River Styx has a serious arsenal there too.
Yep.
540. That's the Vanquish with the 8-inch coil and parks. Yeah. I haven't seen him. Andy O'Neill. He's not here, is he?
No,
Okay.
I hadn't seen him either.
I should pop on his site and see what they're selling the that coil for. I think they're about the small simplex coil. I think it's like $110.
I think Joe Setti from Copperheads has joined Andy O'Neill in the sales team.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Simplex, I feel, is the best separation in trashy spots. Yeah, and I'm guessing that small coil would even improve the separation, even with a stock coil. Yeah.
That's what Shannon, Emily's daddy, was telling me, that small coil was just so much better picking through the trash and stuff for the simplex.
Yeah. River Styx is. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on, Paul.
He had the carbon fiber extension rod on his too, because I got noticing when I was swinging with the large coil on the simplex.
Yeah.
It would, if I'd swing hard, it would move a little more than it wasn't stiff enough to be steady.
Oh, no kidding.
So I'm thinking about possibly getting a carbon fiber shaft for mine.
Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Because it just slides up into that. Well, that latch, right? Yeah.
It's got
it's a squared shaft, isn't it?
It's not really square. It's not round either.
Yeah.
Kind of oblong, funny shaped.
Yeah.
Trapezoid.
Interesting. Well, that's cool.
So, golly, we done been on an hour and a half.
Is that right? Yeah. See what happens when you start jabbering.
Hey, it's good to jabber.
Yeah. No,
catch up with everybody. I'm having a ball.
Yeah,
we'll go as long as everybody wants to.
And if well, it's your show, AWR. If you want to put the link in there, if people want to hop on and chit chat, that's fine. I'll bow out if we only have a certain number of But no, this is a lot of fun.
Yes.
Like Marty, I haven't seen Marty in a long time. Marty. Or Dan, come on so I can see your face. Anybody else, come on. No, it is fun just to hang around. I mean, yeah.
All right.
99%.
Anybody wants to?
Okay. I'm sorry.
If anybody wants to join us, I think I've done it right.
So River Styx is now using the Equinox. Now I was going to ask River Styx, the CTX 3030. It looks like a big machine. I'm just wondering if you you get the awesome muscles using that machine, or is it really, even though it's big, is it lightweight or? But I've heard amazing things about the CTX, especially in its day. It was just remarkable, and even now it's a remarkable machine. I don't know, but yeah, huge and heavy. What did it use? What does it use for batteries? River Styx, the CTX 3030.
Hold on, Dan. There he is.
Oh my God, Professor.
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
everyone?
Dan. Oh, there's the arsenal.
Yeah, I got 4 more in the closet.
Well, it would be on your. Let me orient you here. Okay, it would be on your right. What's the one with the big coil? Is that a simplex?
This one?
No, other end. Yeah.
Simplex.
Hey guys, Melissa.
Hey, Clark's Cove, Robert and Melissa.
540.
She's
Yeah.
all chilled out
Not
back there on the
in
left
the
seat under
340.
the covers.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And like I said, I got 4 more in my closet.
How many do you take out with you when you detect them? 2, just in case. Yeah. See, I guess I should have a backup detector, but my game plan is if I like metal detecting, I'll keep the simplex, and if I want to upgrade, that's awesome. All of the simplexes backup if need be. If that makes sense.
Dan, I think Melissa had a question for you.
Hi, Melissa.
How many detectors do you have altogether?
4, 8, 9. 9.
Wow.
So that if Clark's Cove came for a visit, we could borrow you a couple of detectors and go hunting.
Just bring batteries unless you want to borrow one of these.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I will tell you though, the Ace 250, if you notch everything out but the pull tab, you're gonna find a lot of pull tabs, of course, but you got a big chance of hitting gold rings with that machine, even though it's only the 250, So I know a lot of people don't notch, but if you notch out different segments or whatnot, you have a better chance of finding what you're gonna be, what you want to find. So.
Hey Paul, we got sour pickle balls on the way.
No, good
So
Lord.
next Friday night we're going to go live. We're hoping to get them like Monday, and if they do, then next Friday night we're going to do a live stream and do that.
Sound good.
Yeah. Everyone come over and check that out.
That's
Yikes.
right.
Melissa is going to be in on it too.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, and of course me.
So should we place our bets now?
I'll win. Yeah.
Oh, you're calling it now? You're gonna win?
I think
Melissa, are you gonna let him stand for that?
That's all we've been talking about.
I can't wait to try them.
We got 2 bags coming.
I've been watching videos on them.
You have at it. Not this guy.
I think Robert's gonna win.
Oh yeah.
So you're challenging.
Did you say Robert was going to win?
Hey, he's a
Uh-oh.
cover. He knows he's a cover. He knows where his bread's buttered.
Paul's a cover. Paul and Belinda both are covers.
That's right.
You can't blame me for nominating y'all. Belinda, that's all Belinda.
Oh, I can't wait.
I figured it
I'm
was.
excited about doing it. I cannot wait.
Does that mean Belinda has to do the challenge with them? Because if not, it should. I think it's
I'm going to tell you, Blenda don't want no more part of that.
The nominator should do it with the nominees.
I'll tell her that what you said, Jonathan.
It's just a theory, okay? It's not etched in stone. It's just a theory.
Oh, she
Tell me
couldn't
where
get
to
it
go.
off her mouth fast enough.
No, I thought when I watched the replay, I thought I felt bad. I thought she was going to be sick.
I did too.
You
I
did
did
okay,
too.
Paul. And didn't North
I kept-
Jersey eat 2?
Yes, we
Good.
eat 2 apiece, and
Oh my gosh.
Mike was timing us, or whoever got finished first. Hey, I won $20 out of the deal.
That's right. It was on
Didn't-
Lyman's channel. That's
Did
right.
Missy Hole start this whole trend in the detecting community with these pickles?
I'm not real sure. I think
No.
Dan, I think you're right, but I know they was one that challenged Mike.
Right. Yeah.
So
I'd like to see it take off big time. I really do. And I've got a surprise for everyone who I'm challenging that night to do the challenge. and you probably already know, Paul, who it's going to be. But I'm going to wait and tell everyone Friday night who Clark Scoped to challenging to do the pickle challenge.
It's going to be fun.
Right back there's a hint.
Yeah. I knew. In fact, I think I got his sticker right over there.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have a blast with it.
Oh man. It's
Well, listen, everyone, we're going to drop off here. We just wanted to hop up and say hi and give a good laugh. And y'all have a good night and a good weekend.
y'all too. Thanks for popping in.
Thanks, guys.
You too. Take care.
All right. So Dan, you say you got 9 detectors.
Yes, sir.
Since we got you on here, what's your oldest coin?
If I could find it, it was a 1797 large cent.
Wow.
Wow.
But I can't find it because I got all my stuff over here. I got it all over here, and I found that with the tracker 4 actually in about an inch or so of water.
Oh wow.
So people can say, the tracker 4 is just a toy. Yeah, well, it looks like a toy. But once you fine tune it and you learn the tone, like with any other machine, because it's a strictly tone machine, if it's going to be a coil, a quarter, a piece of foil, a dime, a penny. You tend to, over time, pick that up because you're always hearing the beeps. Just like with any other detector, you listen to the tone.
Yeah. I've heard that people depend too much on the visual ID, and which is fine to have that, but you really need to listen to the tones. It's going to give you more data than just the number on the screen.
My wife's pulled coins out with next to pull tabs, like a nickel and a pull tab would be together, and she would pull out the nickel, and I would go over her spot because, of course, the Bounty Hunter Junior seems like a toy or whatever.
Yeah.
And I will find that pull tab, obviously, and I'll dig the pull tab, and I'm like, how did you pull the nickel out from the pull tab and the nickel? I hear it in the tone. It's got like a certain tone that she can hear. I can't use the Junior to save my life. I couldn't find a coin with that machine whatsoever. She just pulls them out like no tomorrow.
That's ultimately what matters, right?
And
let's say hello to
gold rings too.
What was
Let's
that?
say hello to Hoosier Hillbilly 22.
Hey, Brad, how are you, bud?
Welcome, Brad. We just sitting around chit-chatting.
Marty, what detector do you have? Do you swing an AT Pro? I'm trying to think in your videos what you're using. Or an AT Max? Or am I completely wrong about that? I think Marty uses a Garrett. I think he does. AT Max.
AT Max.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear that's an awesome machine. But yeah, it's ultimately it's the machine that you know how to use, you're comfortable with, and you know.
And the thing is, you got to swing over it to make that thing go off. Whether it is a pull tab or
Yeah.
a largie or whatever.
So Dan, you found that 1797 large cent in saltwater or in freshwater?
It was in freshwater.
Yeah. Was it? Did it come out? I mean, it's copper. It's going to be corroded, and they were probably corroded when it fell on the ground back then. But was it in decent shape?
No, I had to go to a coin shop to even get the date off from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was bad.
Well, who was?
These are the ones I got this year. I got 2 of them. I might have a third one too, but it's in the drawer.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get them. I don't know how well
you want to make him.
is.
Want to make him big?
I don't know how.
I think Paul can do that for you. He can. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say upside down, probably. Yeah. Oh, definitely. You see the head. Yeah. 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 Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yes.
It's probably a 30s, 1830s, 1840s. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's see what the date is. I can't even see the date without a magnifying glass.
That's all right.
It's like a 1920, 20 something.
1820.
1820, yeah, sorry.
Yep.
Would hope you had it right. Oh no, that one's in 1836.
Yeah, that head style looks like it's the 30s, 40s. Yep. That's nice. Wow, that's cool.
Definitely a bucket lister for me. Any largie.
That one's in better shape.
That's an older one. That's probably the 18 teens, maybe 1820s. That's the matron head, I think.
The other one says Liberty across the head too.
Yeah. That one has like the fatter, plumper head. And the other one you had has kind of the elongated neck. That's the later. That's probably 1820s, I'm going to guess.
I can.
Whatever it is, it's cool. Huh.
Yeah, I can barely make the date on that. I think that one was in 1826 or 28.
That's great. That's neat. Yeah, you just think of what's still there, you know?
Thought this was going to be a large cent too, but it turned out to be, I guess, a dandy button.
Oh, yeah, I see the dimple, yeah. Or
Yeah.
where the shank would be, yeah.
Yeah. Got poison ivy the day that I took that out of the ground.
Oh, that's my fear. I look at poison ivy and I get it.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. All right.
There's a little bit of lag on my end, I think.
Yeah, StreamYard does that, especially, I think, Friday nights and Saturday nights as more people are using it. Their servers probably get bogged down a bit, I think.
I just closed out of YouTube because of I don't know. It just seemed like it was lagging.
Yeah.
What's the most interesting find that you found, Dan?
Besides my wife.
You found her or she found you? Let's be fair about this.
The most interesting find. Oh boy, I don't know. This year or over the years that I've been doing it?
Just whenever.
I don't know, honey. What would you think my best find was, or the most interesting find I found?
Most interesting?
Yeah, because I found a lot of stuff. I mean, we all do.
You can come on camera. Don't be shy.
I'd have to say I love watching you find Matchbox cars. Like just different ones. Really old ones that were really cool.
So she says my Matchbox car collection is pretty cool. Yeah. So I haven't found Tootsie yet. I'd love to find Tootsies. But
I
I've
haven't
found
either.
I found Matchbox cars that were made in the 1970s. From I guess my oldest ones. I got one that was made in England, and I don't think that they make Matchbox cars in England anymore.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, but it's stamped made in England instead of China or wherever.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's cool. That is neat.
Cool.
I mean, I really can't say the most oddest thing I found on camera because it's not meant for kids.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So I mean, that was probably my more oddest find would have been that. But I know we're not supposed to leave things in the holes, but I had to leave it. It was just, I'm not touching it.
I don't blame you. If I'm thinking of what you're talking about, no.
Is it a tin?
No.
Oh, I thought it was one of those tins that things
No.
came in. No? Oh, now you got me thinking.
It's kind of like a pinpointer when you put it in vibrate mode.
Oh, it's not a relic.
Batteries.
I'm thinking relic? What?
Oh,
I don't know.
Paul had it.
All right.
It goes.
Easy, Paul. Easy.
I didn't even want to see if it still worked. I mean, it was.
I'm surprised you even picked it up.
No, I didn't.
Oh, good. Who's your shower really good with Dawn dish soap as soon as you get home if you fear you got in poison ivy? It takes a few hours for the oil to get through your skin. Yeah.
Clark's Cove.
Oh boy. I hope you don't have that in your display cabinet. Let me just say.
No.
And Digologist, has everyone here found at least one Spanish silver coin? I have some nice Spanish reales, but I've been a coin collector for many years, so I haven't found one with it. I found one at coin shows.
I just want to say, if I'm not answering any questions in the chat on YouTube, it's because I can't see the chat.
I got
StreamYard. So
we'll read them.
I got to flip back and forth, and I don't know. It's weird.
River Stick says, I always shower with Dawn. Well, I hope Dawn is kind to you in the shower. I hope she's, Hoosier, I agree, Marty. Yes, we do.
Dan, how long you been detecting?
I'm going on 6.5 years, roughly.
Cool.
So it's my 7th year into it. And I like I said, I started out with a Tracker 4, and I used that for like 3 years before I started upgrading to different detectors. And all the coins that I found using the Tracker 4, I turn around and I buy a higher end detector. So, that's what I do with all my clad finds. Is I just invest back into more detectors or detecting gear. Because I like that.
Jonathan, did you see what Clark's Cove said about your question about their
let's see. I didn't see the follow-up. I showered on the
said, yes, we do.
To each his own. That's fine.
Oh, my. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it night.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
2 hours. I appreciate everybody coming in and joining. And if you're out there metal detecting, coin roll hunting, hey, find something good. If y'all two will hang on, I'll talk to you backstage. And we'll see everybody tomorrow night. Tonight's the stream, so we will not be on tomorrow night.
Oh, wait. Wait, say that again? AWR are not on tomorrow night?
No.
Oh, okay. I won't point to you then. I'm sorry. I thought you said you were.
I've got too many irons in the fire. I got to tie up some loose ends. And so,
Did you ever finish that 70s candy?
no,
That's going to be
we
part
still
two.
have candy.
That was a fun
So-
stream.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Dan, Jonathan, if y'all hold on, we'll go backstage.
Sounds good.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't know if that